Hello, good morning. So, I'm gonna get TikTok up and running. I'm going to get TikTok up and running. Just hang on. Good morning. So, this is a totally different layout because I ran into an issue this morning. And this is how much I care. I care so much about the live on both platforms that it wouldn't let me do anything on hi Granny Debbie. Just give me 1 second if I'm moving around and kind of messing up the beginning of the thing. I'm just trying to get the music going in the background. It might be very loud right now, so just hang on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Now we're better. Now we're better. Okay, so it's a totally different layout today. I actually have my phone and my iPad because I went to sign in so I could do YouTube, and StreamYard's like, nope, you've done on the account level that you're at, you've recorded enough you've done enough live recordings, right? And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just stream straight to YouTube. So I go on the laptop, try to stream straight to YouTube, and what ends up happening is the cameras won't let me use the camera. It keeps telling me the camera's in use. The camera's in use by another application, and I'm like, what is it being used by? Like, I don't even know what it's being used by. Mwah. I love you guys. So I actually, like, seriously, I felt so, I was just like, I had this feeling of sadness that I wasn't going to be able to stream to both. So I'm like moving back and forth, back and forth. I tried to load TikTok Studio on the app, on the thing, but it wouldn't let me, just everything. So at the end of it, you've got my phone for TikTok and the iPad for YouTube. And in the background, we're going to listen to the music on there. So I did what I had to do, and I got here on both feeds. So, this might be the setup that we get for a little bit. Okay? Yeah. Like, I had a beautiful morning. I have something to very much to celebrate today. Very much to celebrate. In not 2 more days. Today is the 4th. So next week, actually, in 1 week, my book comes out. My next book. So now I'll have 3 children's books on Amazon, which really makes me happy. I had a deadline of no later than 12 p.m. or like midnight on November 5th. That was the latest I had to be able to finish my book and have it all uploaded in the system. But I did it today, so that way if there's any issues with the formatting and stuff, it can be dealt with well in advance. And then on November 11th, Choo Choo Charlie and His Adventures with Nanny B, the first book in the series, and this one is no spitting, no biting, no hitting, and no kicking. So it's a really great story for younger children who are in that age where they're doing all of those things, right? And so it's a great way to teach them that. So it starts off, Choo Choo Charlie goes on a train to Storyland with his Nanny Bee, and he meets an ostrich, and the ostrich spits on him, and Nanny Bee's like, no spitting, no biting, no hitting, and no kicking. And then he meets, and it keeps going on through the story until at the end of the story, Charlie's the one that's saying those words. So it's really cute. So I look forward to that on the 11th. Yay! What goals do you guys have going on? Oh, yeah. It's been heavy, has it been? Yeah. Yeah, and that's how old he is. He's 3 right now. So, it's the perfect book. He'll be 4 this January. But yeah. Hi, Kiko. Hello, guys. So we'll hang out and we'll do a couple of things. But, one thing that I really wanted to do was I wanted to do some energy stuff. We tend to, hello, my love. How are you? For the goals. Yeah, I'm so happy to, like, when I check off the goals, and I actually did that a little bit sooner. So that's just beautiful, beautiful. Um, and yeah, it's something that I think I've always wanted to do is write children's books. I was one of those children that, had a very traumatic childhood, and part of my escape from the reality that I was in was the stories that I could read. I found such solace in books, and I read ferociously. I loved it because I could pretend I was in those stories, and maybe in those stories they had lived in a space forever, like for a long time, and had long-term friends instead of been moving every 6 months. Maybe they had really nice parents or really cool experiences that I was not having in my life. it was you know it was a far cry from a lot of the stories that I read. So yeah, it was a great way to escape. And I used to write poetry, and I used to write stories all the time. Oh, I love that. Absolutely. I'm going to see if I do that. Perfect. That keeps the comments there. That's not too distracting for me. Any more distracting than comments typically are. Good morning, Denise, my spiritual warrior. And hi, Simon. Hi, Richard. Hi, Dee. Hi, everybody. Seriously, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. So, yeah, I had to work for it today. So I actually was ready to go at 10:10, and only 10:10 because I decided that rather than wait until later today to finish the uploading of the book, I did it before I started, and just all of the little tiny little details of uploading your content and stuff for the book, just those little tweaks and stuff. It took a little bit longer than anticipated. And then, like I said, I met that roadblock and I was like, you have no idea how persevering I am. I will persevere. When I want to do something, I will do it. But I did look at it and I went, is this a message? Is there a message for me in this? Right? Is there a message for me? Is the universe trying to tell me something about either going live on YouTube or going live on TikTok today? Or about going live on both? And should I listen to that? Maybe the universe is saying, don't give out so much. Right? Don't give out so much energy, because there has to be that energy that returns back in. Right? And I mean, I do what I do because I love to do it. I really do. And you love doing something when you know whether you have money or don't have money, you would do it, right? So if you had all the money in the world and you could do stuff, like, you didn't have to worry. Every need, every desire was pretty much taken care of, right? If you were in that space, what would you be doing with your time? Right? What is something that you could do, that you would do if money weren't an option? Right? If we didn't have to worry about money. But I feel like we needed to start today rather than starting it with a big reading. We will go into a reading, but I wanted to start today really sitting in the energy of peace and sending that energy. Okay. Sending that energy out into the world, and especially into the States right now with the election. I think that there needs to be a lot of peace there. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is, it came up recently, and there's a lot that's coming up with it. But apparently, For those of you that know channelers, and for the most part, that's exactly what we're all doing, right? We're channeling information. Um, that's where you get your inspiration or your creative ideas. But Bashar is a famous channel that many people are well aware of. And I don't know how many of you have hung out with me for a long time or who have talked deeper, right? Aw, see, we're so in sync. Or have went into the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective where we go deeper on all kinds of things. But when you're channeling messages that you're channeling aren't going to intervene with free will. Channelers typically do not channel the future in a specific way. Like, it's not, the future is going to be that. If you make this choice, you get this. If you make this choice, you get that. They don't do that, right? They do not do that. You will not channel, like, that's not. So the individual who channels Bashar has, in channeling Bashar on numerous times, channeled that very message, that the information, we don't predict the future, we don't do all of those things, right? We don't predict the future through the, like, as we channel, right? That's not what it's for, not like that. So anyway, Bashar went on to channel, and when he, I send you healing while I block you. Thank you for your childishness. Here we go. Sorry. It will be a bit of more of a challenge for me because of the phone, and I don't have my phone mounted on anything, so when I interact with the phone, I'm going to have to be a little bit cautious. Either that or you guys are going to go for a little ride. But I just love when people come in and talk about incontinence and fecal incontinence at that. Well, there's really we don't talk in concepts besides the fact that we don't do predictive stuff like that. But so Bashar, in an episode with Bashar being channeled, which didn't sound quite like Bashar. There's a lot of people who feel that, like, they feel really icky. They felt like there was something off about it. What I think it was is that the individual that channels Bashar used an opportunity to influence on his platform through his ego. And we're fallible. We're all fallible, right? I can make mistakes. I can do things that step over a line if I'm not careful, right? So, in this sense, like this, all of a sudden, all along, I don't predict, I don't tell you about the future, I don't predict the future, we don't do that, we don't get involved in those human things. And then all of a sudden, right before this pivotal election in his country, he decides to come out and say, if you choose this particular candidate, you're going to get this outcome. If you choose this particular candidate, you're going to get this outcome. We don't do that. We don't do that. That's not coming from Christ consciousness. That's not coming from light. We don't do that. Even when I'm giving you guidance, even if the cards are coming up, you have free choice. You have the decision-making capabilities. I will tell you what the cards are saying as a message, but I'm not telling you what to do. You get the choice to make that. Yeah, there's something, I've never really felt a pull to him either. I just know that he's a very well-known, right? And if you're a well-known psychic or a well-known channel, I'm not calling him a psychic because he's not, he's a channel. So a well-known channel, right? It's different if a psychic wants to, go in and say, I'm predicting this, or I'm predicting that, or I'm predicting this, and that's what they're saying. But when you look at when you look at that, like the channeling, and on that level, like they won't like, it's like when you're hearing your guides won't tell you, you have to do this so that you can have this outcome, right? That's not what your guides will say, right? Yeah, I've liked Joe Dispenza, but I don't heavily, like, I've read his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I think that he puts out a good message. I think that him healing himself in the way that he does, I think that he really helps with the quantum, with people embracing quantum energy. But I'm not like, I don't follow people like that. I have a bunch of people that I will collect information from, and when I collect the information, when I sit with the information, if I feel like it resonates, then it resonates me, right? Like, that's how I do things, and that's how I suggest that you do things. And I've told you before, even when I'm speaking, discern for yourself. If it doesn't align with you, it doesn't align with you, right? Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. Um, yeah. Yeah, you got to discern what's right for you. That's the way that you have to do it. So we have to be careful, that I have to be careful not to allow my personal views to influence the things that I'm speaking about. There's, that's the egoic part. You have to take the ego out of the way so the message can be pure. And at least before, when Bashar would stand on that message of, I don't get involved in these types of things. I don't get involved in politics. I don't predict the future. I don't do those things. And then all of a sudden, right before this election, he comes out and says like something that completely contradicts what he's always said. And it very much feels like it's coming from an egoic place of, this is my personal belief that if you vote this way, this will happen, and if you vote this way, this will happen, and da da da, right? But yeah, you have to sit with it, right? And you get told all kinds of things. Potatoes are good for you, potatoes are bad for you, this is good for you, that's bad for you, this is what the past was like, this is what the past was like, this is what the future is going to, like, it's just so much information. And everybody's throwing misinformation out there to discount what is the valid information. So the only way to truly know is to sit with yourself and see what resonates, what feels right in me with the information that I'm receiving. And if you sit with that, like if you sit with that and you're watching, say you watch that channeled message from Bashar where he says, one of these two things are going to happen depending on which party you vote for. If you believe that and it resonates with you and you think that the message he's relaying is truthful and it's coming as a channeled message, then by all means allow that message to resonate with you. But I more wanted to talk about it in the concept of the discernment part, the part of, it doesn't matter who the channel is or what level they are at, how big their platform is, how many people they know, or any of that. At the end of the day, you got to come back to you and ask yourself, does this resonate? And then think about the information that you know around things like channeling. And there is a structure. It's kind of like the Akashic records. I don't go in and access your Akashic records. I don't go in and access everybody's Akashic records. I go in and access my Akashic records and the Akashic records of people I've been given consent to access for. I don't do quantum healing on anyone that doesn't ask for it. Unfortunately, one thing that I do though is potentially I can activate you without doing anything, just being in your presence. And same thing with healing. But again, it's not going to happen unless you are open to receiving it. Like, you have to have the intention to receive. So the one thing about the yeah, yep, yep, exactly. A lot of what the whole thing is, regardless of which side that you vote for, this is the thing. It does not matter at the end of the day who wins the election. If you are truly beyond it all, you recognize that the whole thing is a charade. Red, blue, orange, green, doesn't matter. It's all about power and control, and you are one of the masses, right? As you elevate through the classes, then maybe you eventually get to a point where you could be in that space of those people. I don't think you would want to, but whether you know, just yeah, yeah. It's just a vision. It's just a vision and fear, and you know, it really does not matter. The governments that are in place because they have been put into place. It's all the illusion of choice. It's the illusion of choice. It's the illusion of freedom. It's the illusion, right? You think you're free? You think you're free? Did you know in some places you can't even collect rainwater? You think you're free? If you're free, then you're free to do whatever you want to do. If you're free, then if I own the land that I have, like if I live in a house and I own my property, if I'm free, why can't I build whatever the heck I want on my property? Oh, he is like, yeah. I have never aligned, I do not resonate with Elon Musk. Not at all. Right? So, yeah, it's just like when you step beyond, like you can step back in those levels, right? But when you get way back, you realize like it's all a charade. It's all a charade, right? And hi, Tammy, I saw you come in there, right? Ooh. Yes, let's not call it that. Let's we're going to change our language. Simon's right. Simon's absolutely right. Right? We talk about this in the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective. We talk about changing our language, right? And how powerful our language is. So if we keep thinking of it as a, you know, as a charade, or, you know, whatever ways that we're thinking of it and speaking to it, we keep it in that space. So we need to be allowing ourselves to raise that up into another level. So, you know, the whole concept about the veil being lifted, about clarity coming, about the age of Aquarius, and, you know, the truth being revealed, and, you know, the veil being cleared, right? It's a passing phase. We're passing through this phase in time. We'll come out the other side just fine. Are the free sessions done on the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I'm a truth seeker too. Always have been. It's kind of interesting, right? My mom was a hypochondriac. Yes, yes it is, Tam. It actually ended on Thursday, but I let you in on Friday anyway because I was like, I might as well just finish the week. New moon. Happy new moon. But yeah, it's now set back up as a subscription, and I did go through. I tried to remove everybody from the group that wasn't a paying member. If for some reason you go to access the group and you ever have a problem and you have paid for the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective, just send me a message. You can send me a message through the website. You can send me a message. Half of you are connected to me on all kinds of social media, and we talk daily anyway. But just send me a message and let me know you're having an issue, because I made a mistake. And I realized how the mistake happened today when I went in. I did. It was perfect. I was like, okay, so that happened. Yeah, just send me a message on, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm glad that you benefited from that. I have to say, Tam, you were the only one that took advantage of that freebie, right? For 12 days. For 12 days, you could join that group for free and just hang out and experience what the Mind Body Spirit Healthy Collective was all about. All you had to do was sign up on the website, and all the members that were signed up on the website, but nobody did. Nobody took the except for Tammy. Tammy was the only one that said, "Hey, I'm going to take advantage of this." And you made good use of it, and I think that you recognize like the value that group has. It is a great company. So you can stay. The group is $13 Canadian until the 1st of January, when it becomes $22 Canadian. And I strongly believe that everyone has to find a way to come up with that $13. We spend money on a lot of things, and for some of us, we may be in like really bad spaces. So if somebody, but I'll send you the direct link, Tammy TT, and that'll make it easier for you to purchase it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those people. I told myself, like, oh, it was so hard to be a healthy person, right? All that money, and yet here I was spending all kinds of money to just stay sick, to do bad things that weren't good for me. I did it over and over again too. Can you guys hear the music okay? Is it a good level? I'm in heart. Yes, you need to hang out with us. You need to come and hang out with us in the collective, Richard. I think we have 4 men now in the group. We have Rob, and we have Simon, and we have Chad and Byron. So we have four men in the group right now. It's beautiful. It's growing. Um, it's a little loud because it's behind, so I don't hear it the same way. Is that better? Hi, Snea. Sorry, they're drawing on my face, guys. Alrighty, so what I want to do, I want to channel some energy, right? I want you guys to channel energy too. So we're going to do it together. All right? We're going to do a Care Bear stare together. Okay? So you can ground in, right, through your root system, out of the root chakra. Just send those roots and see them spreading out far and wide, and see that tap root go down into the heart of Mother Earth. Okay, so straight down from your root chakra into the heart of Mother Earth, and spread out far and wide so it mixes in with all the mycelium, that network of root system and fungi and all of that. Okay, so we're going to connect in from our crown chakra. You can close your eyes. I like to do that because for some of us it helps to visualize, but it also keeps distractions out of the way. So we're just going to connect in, and again, you're going to see that the cord go up from your crown chakra and connect with source. It knows exactly where it is. It connects very easily. And as we're connecting into source, we're going to allow that energy to flow through our whole chakra system, right? Through the center channel in our body. So allow that beautiful energy from source. So this is unconditional love. This is bliss. This is healing. It's such beautiful energy. So allow that to pour right through you and all the way down to Mother Earth. Send that healing energy down to her. See it spread out through your root chakras, the roots that you sent out from your bottom into the mycelium. We're feeding all the trees right now through this. This is just beautiful. So allow that beautiful white, pure light energy from source to cascade through your body, then out through the root system, spreading it all the way out to Mother Earth, and then down to her heart through a central taproot. Just keep breathing in this space. Allow it to fill up each of your chakras as well, aligning and balancing you. The crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, higher heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and your root. So you're fully aligned and balanced. And whenever you're ready, you can see that light spread out through these channels that run through your arms. And in your hands, you have these beautiful chakras in your palms. And you're going to lift up your hands and you're just going to allow that energy to come out from your palms. And you can see it coming out as a white energy, beautiful white, maybe with a little touch of gold. And just see that going over the world. Okay, from whatever spot that you're in, you're sending it out to your house, you're sending it out to your town or your city, you're sending it out to your state or your province, then you're sending it out to your country, and you're seeing it wash around the world, that beautiful golden white light, that beautiful source energy. See it coming out. So see that energy coming straight through from God, down your chakra, the central meridian, out through all the meridians and through your hands, and then sending it out around the earth. And you're seeing it connect with other people as you're seeing it around the world. Note that I'm in Canada along with many of the other people in here, but we're spread across Canada. And then there's people from the States, there's people from the UK, from Australia. So all around the world, we have people right now, if you're joining in, who are sending this peaceful, unconditional love, this healing energy around the world. And that's you. You're channeling healing energy, right? Just root into the ground, connect to source, have the light come all the way down through the channel in the center of your body where your chakras reside. Allow it to go out through the roots that you have ground into the earth and all the way down to the heart of Mother Earth, giving her that healing, unconditional love, that beautiful, beautiful energy. And then see that energy come down through your arms and out through the chakras in your hand and send that energy out across the world. How beautiful is that we're doing this together? At 11:11, it just passed 11:11, guys. This is how you affect change. Okay, this is how you use your energy. This is how, and not even yours, but this is how you use your vessel as a powerful healing energy, like a powerful vessel to heal and to send energy around the world. So we could try to fight a war with war. We could try to fight with more fighting, but you guys know that's not going to bring peace. We've seen that for like how long now? Right? So the best thing that we can do to affect change, and in such a beautiful way. Because imagine as you're sending that healing, peaceful, loving energy around the world, you're not affecting their decision making. You're not telling them vote this way or vote that way or do this or do that. You're just sending calm, loving energy, healing energy their way. Right? How beautiful is that? Can you feel the energy? Like, it's huge, right? Hi, Buddha. Look at that, the Buddha coming in when we're doing this. We couldn't ask for a better name right at this time, right? We can call on assistance from the spiritual realm as well. We can call on our ancestors to join in and to send beautiful, calm, healing energy, just loving and healing energy around the world, right? We can just keep sending that energy out there. Mm-hmm. Hi, Dan Dan. Right? Just beautiful. 444 or 344 4 on the time. So angels are with us, right? Our guides and angels are with us. This is how we affect change. This is how we do spiritual work. This is how we help without directly attacking the thing, right? This is more effective than anything that you can imagine. Oh, well, 1111 from Buddhaborn, right? And you can do it. You can do it too. You've done it before. Jushkanai saposhoresi atare kotoresi na shai saposhori senai kushu. Aisai shure anai saposho shushuri kasai kochinaisi abushu. Hi, Ricardo. Just a little bit of just a little bit of light language for those of you who want to remember. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I feel like we've done such good work today. So you can stay connected in energetically, rooted into Mother Earth and connected to Source. You can stay in that channel. Just beautiful. Maybe that's where you were blocked, Victor. Maybe you weren't good at receiving. You were so good at giving. So good at giving. But just this, the receiving part. Alrighty, guys. I think I did pull it closed. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put a shirt on. My mom would be a little bit happy. Oh, I think my mom is a lot happy. Actually, it's been beautiful. Like the more that I keep healing, my mom keeps healing too, which is just beautiful, right? And that's what happens when we heal. It may not happen right away. It may take years. Aw, she would be very happy. I'm happy. Are you happy? Remind yourself, I get to do this. I get to do this, right? I'm lucky that I get to do this. Even if I have a lot of stuff that I get to sort through to determine, what I need to keep, what really aligns with me, that means that I had the abundance to be able to purchase all of these different joys or pleasures or things like that. Yeah. We'll do that at some point, Victor, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was thinking that when I saw you yesterday, like the other day when I saw your meditation, I was like, I should maybe, because I saw that. Hmm. I have to make another tea. My tea got cold, and you know what that's like, right? That's not cool. It's not cool when you lose a tea because of the cold. But I do feel almost like I want to put a sweater on. Like my hands are cold, are cold. Hi, 420 baby. I see you're Canadian. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, how was your weekend, though? Did you have a good weekend? Are you just absolutely delighted to find out that you can channel healing energy? But you should come and hang out with us in the collective. Our collective is absolutely amazing. We're gonna have some fun this morning. We're gonna play with some cards, but I think I'm gonna go grab a sweater. I'm gonna grab a sweater. This doesn't happen that often where I feel like I need a sweater, but but today apparently I do. And we can talk, we'll talk more. We'll talk more. We'll see what I don't channel through. We're going to do the collective reading first anyway, and then I'll pull a couple of cards, like deeper readings for a couple of lucky viewers. And just remember, if you love me, I'm going to say it this way, right? If you love somebody on social media, support them, because if you don't love them and like, if you don't support them, they won't stay doing it forever. And then you'll lose someone that you love, right? It's a fact, right? I'm being honest. Hello. Yes. Where are you, blonde mama? Where are you? Where are you that it's cold? I mean, I'm in Ontario, so to be fair, it's not as cold as it is in like Alberta. You poor guys. I would definitely have a sweater on. So, my mom and I are a little bit weird though. We don't turn the heat on in the house because there's heat on everywhere else, and it's very warm in the apartment typically. But yeah, today it's windy, so that doesn't help when it gets windy. Nice. Cool. Hello, hello. Alrighty. I love it. I lived in BC for about 10 years of my life. I lived in Alberta for 14 years of my life. I spent the vast rest, like the majority of the rest of it in Ontario, minus a little bit of time last year where the winter I spent in Costa Rica. And I'm so sad I'm not there right now. Oh. I didn't manifest it hard enough this year. I didn't manifest hard enough. 11/22. I didn't manifest hard enough. Yeah, it gets so damp. It's so damp cold here. In Alberta, it's dry cold. But Alberta gets cold sooner and stays cold longer. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's one of those hit or miss. I just don't want to be anywhere near any one of these provinces in January or February. I would like to be somewhere warm, um, you know, by December. Like by December. The island is beautiful. The island is beautiful though, but yes, very damp. I actually, when I was working as a flight nurse, I mean, besides living in British Columbia for the, you know, the amount of time that I did, but when I was working as a flight nurse, I flew a patient to Victoria Island one time, and I was like, I love it here. This is the best spot in Canada. It's at least the warmest. Hi, Margaret. How are you? All right, give me a second. I got to get my either socks or a sweater. That's for darn sure. And I'm going to put my kettle on so I can get ready to have another cup of tea when this one's done, which is coming close. My sweater. We'll start with the collective, and then we'll move to the individual. Oh, I didn't even put the kettle on. Alrighty, we're good. Right? Yes. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. Oh, I have so many connections. Just beautiful. I have so many connections in England. Like, I should literally go and hang out there at some point. Yes, I cut 7 inches off of my hair in August. 7 inches in August. She wanted to take a foot, but I was like, nope, a foot is too much. Alrighty, so let's ask our guides and spirits to give us a really good message for the collective. What does the collective need to hear today? And I already channeled, or I already set the intention. I cleansed my space. I set the intention that the messages would be loving and compassionate and truthful. Okay? I don't know. I don't think so. This was my Friday shirt. I would be like, come in all sparklies. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this shirt when I was working in occupational health, and I would wear it on the Friday, and then it, you know, like it was like, oh my God, you're so like sparkly and whatever, and I'd go around and be like, jazz hands, jazz hands. It was fun. I really, really enjoyed. All right. Ho ho ho. All righty. Spirit guides, give us a good message for the collective. What does the collective need to hear today on this beautiful Monday, November 4th? Whoa, 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 whoa. We just keep them together. So right now I got the Light Seer Tarot. It was the first deck that was sitting there. I do know that we need to access the Gateway of Light activation cards, and I think that's maybe what's being in Shaman's Dream. Do you? Your guides are near you. Your guides are near you. It's just sometimes confirmation. I also do this other thing, like I actually activate people and heal them just being in my presence, because it's just what I do. So you may be getting activated, or you may be experiencing some healing now as well. Alrighty, so we got the Shaman's Dream. All right. Dances on one foot, balancing act. This is definitely a time where we are balancing, right? We're not quite in the space that we want to be, but we are leaving the space that we are in. It's kind of that in between, that at every moment, like as you're walking, there's a moment when you walk where you balance on one foot before you take the next step. And we just keep balancing on that one foot, balance, right, as we step forward. So we're always balancing on that one foot. And if you take somebody like a dancer, they balance in a much more beautiful way, where, you know, even on the tip of their toe, right, they can balance multiple things. So this is really a time of balance. And we'll see what else the cards have to say to see what that balance is referring to. And hi, Kathy Lee. I love you. Thank you for... Alrighty. We've got the Watchers. Transpersonal. So sometimes, or what we're meant to do is observe, right? We are observing what's going on around us, but we're not meant to bring that into us. Right? The problem with society is it really pushes like all of those things right in your face, and it polarizes you in those spaces as well. So you have to think of it this way, because if you don't, that means you're this kind of person, and you have to think of it this way, and if you don't, well, then it means you're that kind of person. So we get pulled in these spaces when what we're meant to do is just observe. Right? And you know, like there's a knowing within each one of us. And, you know, as well, the Watchers card, like the other thing that I'm getting from it is just a reminder that like right now, society is being watched. Right now, the earth is being watched. Right now, we are watchers, right? We're watching what's going on around us. And some of us are, you know, here to wake other people up. We're meant to shift what they're seeing, right? And so this Watchers has this beautiful message about it as well. So overflow is about overwhelm and plenty, right? And many of us are feeling overwhelmed, right? We're feeling all of the stuff out there, and that's that making it personal as opposed to staying a detached observer, right? What we did this morning when we sent that peace and that healing out, I have an itchy eye, hang on. my eye. See, that's the beautiful thing about when you don't like wear a whole bunch of makeup and stuff. You can rub your eyes and you can rub your face and it stays there. Just, just being silly, guys. Um, so a lot of us are very much in feeling in that space of overwhelm because we have so many things that are coming at us, so many things that we're taking on, and we're not discerning or deciding that if we pull away from that, that's going to be so much more healthy for us. I didn't even share today, Denise. Oh my goodness, sharing is caring. So grounding being here. Oh, I love you, Simon. All right, let me share because that was just rude. Rude of me to forget. Oh, I got to tap quickly and softly or else we might tap the phone out of its place. Just give me 1 second. Oh. But we affect change so much more, like in a more positive way. We affect change in a more positive way when we do the healing, right? When we send beautiful energy out into the space, sending clarity, sending healing, sending peace, sending love. Those things in the environment are going to affect it in a really amazingly positive way. Right? But when we go out there and we grab a fork and a knife, we grab something to, woo, sorry. Have to be careful, I said so. Almost threw the phone on the floor while I'm doing the sharing is caring. Oh, I think I missed somebody. Oopsies, that's okay. Whee! Going for a little walk. Hi, Jer Bear, right? So when we can pull ourselves back from bringing all of that stuff into us, right? How can we allow ourselves to just detach from that? Even when it comes to our children, as much as it sucks. But if let's say I stole something. If I stole something and you bail me out and I suffer no consequences for having stolen something, then what's to stop me from doing it again? Why wouldn't I do it again? Didn't nothing bad happen? Like I didn't, like there was no, I don't know, why wouldn't I do it again, right? So 10 times later, when your child's still stealing, you've become the enabler, right? Because you're trying to avoid them, stop them from getting in trouble, right? You don't want them to get, a record. You don't want them to get in trouble with the law. You don't want them to get expelled from, if you do this, then you can't, be in, say, sports, or you lose your opportunity for, advancement in some way, right? Like we start to worry about that. You're perfectly on time, as always, Miss M. 11:33, so perfectly on time. And I'm going to be on for about another hour. So we're just doing but we're overwhelming ourselves with all that external stuff. When we let go of all the external stuff too, and especially that consumerism of needing more, then we get ourselves into, when we let go of all of that stuff and we pull back, we can oftentimes recognize that we are actually in a state of plenty, right? I may not have millions and millions of dollars, right? But I'm in a beautiful space because being in that space has nothing to do with monetary gain, right? That's the inside stuff. So we can recognize sometimes that we have plenty, but we have to pull ourselves back from all the stuff that's out there that's overwhelming us in a variety of ways. Good morning, my love. Alrighty. Oh, it just fills my heart. Alrighty, so next, what is next for us here? What else do we need to know, Spirit? I think we need to maybe move after this, because this might be the last card from this one. All right, what is... Oh, nope, they said 2. They were like, no, you need these 2. All right, so we've got Falling Angel and Eye of the Needle. So 7, this one's the Eye of the Needle. Look at that card. Hello, Shalashni. Listen, Linda, you're going to take 2 cards. You don't tell us what to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what that was. You think you tell us how many cards? No, 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 no. Honey, we tell you how many cards. Hello, hello. All right, so then this is the spiritual narcolepsy card. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Put it in the right direction. Okay. Can you see that? Right? And we do. We have to be careful. Yeah, no. Yeah. So the eye of the needle is having that intentionality. Like what you focus on grows. So what are you focusing on? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on fear? Are you focusing on lack? Are you focusing on scarcity? Are you focusing on... What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the toxicity out there? Right? Are you focusing on the things that you don't want to have because you think about, you know, well, if I focus and worry about it, maybe I can worry it to what? To what extent? What we do when we worry is we think, if I worry about it, I'll come to a solution. But when we're worrying, we're not actually in solution mode. We don't sit down and go, okay, so let's think this out. Worst case scenario. Okay, this is the worst case scenario. So if this worst case scenario happens, then what will I do? What will I do? Okay, this is an option, that's an option, maybe I could try that, what I could do this could happen, that could happen, or if this is the worst case scenario, this is the outcome of that. This is what would happen. I had to do that when I started my company. I left a 6-figure job and jumped off the cliff and said, catch me, company, I can do this. And it's been a run. It's been a run. It's been a run, right? Like it's been something, and I never gave up, right? But yeah, set your focus. Set your focus. Be intentional on where your focus is, right? Be intentional. When we do that, we don't jump off, we don't go, I'm going to do this and then not have focus. Like that's just a recipe, right? But when I was doing my company, I went, so worst case scenario, what's the worst case scenario? It fails, right? Worst case scenario, I fail at my company. Worst case scenario. What would happen if I did that? Well, as much as I don't want to, I would go and get a job in some other format. Maybe I would go and reestablish my nursing license. Not likely. The only reason to do that is to get back into a high level of income quickly. But I probably have to spend some stuff. Look at, see, this might be a little bit of the part I had to cut that day when I had to do my hair rescue. There's some short ones right here. I think they might be part of the hair debacle. Right there. I found the short ones, guys. A bunch of them right here. For everybody who knows, I got my hair caught in a cordless, or in one of those heatless curling thingies that you tie, like you tie your hair up in, and I got it stuck and I had to cut my hair. Let go of that. You don't have that. Release that. Release that. If you say I have that, then your guides can't help you with it. Release it. Release that. Have you assessed it? Aw, I love that. I love it. I love it. So, spiritual narcolepsy. I'm being told I have to read what spiritual narcolepsy talks about. Okay, so I'm going to read that card for us, and then we're going to pull a couple of cards from Gateway of Light once I find the Shaman Stream book. So spiritual or falling angel is what spiritual narcolepsy, that's what that one is. Okay. You are being cautioned not to not to fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a falling angel is to spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions. Wait, I have to do my puzzle. Yay, I passed my puzzle test. Thank you. It's actually on the other cheek. Okay, so do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective, without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. Right? Guided. You will know when the time is right, when you're guided. Right? So how do you know, do you follow your intuition? Do you follow the guidance that you receive? Right? Do you follow the guidance? Let's see what we have coming up from these. These are powerful messages as well from Kyle's Gateway of Light. So let's see what the universe wants us to connect with. The Venusian Galactic Council. Answer the call. It's time to shine. I've been saying that for weeks now. For weeks. I even asked people, where are your helpers? Where are they? Do you know where they are? Do you see them shining brightly? Do you know where to go? Did you know that I'm a beacon? Do you know that? I'm shining. This is my lighthouse. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the lighthouse. Come on in. Sit down. Know that you're welcome here and you're safe. But in the event that TikTok isn't there, I have my website. In the event that YouTube isn't there, I have my website. In the event that Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok Notes or whatever, any of them are out there, you can hang out with us in the Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Collective and never lose us. So you can always come and find me. Right? But how do people find you? If you're a helper, if you're a light worker, if you're a starseed, if you're a chosen one, if you're an earth angel, if you're, if you're just a helper, if you're, you got strong Virgo placements, or you want to serve the collective, you want, or you just want to inspire people because of the things that you did and made it through. Right? Are you shining so that people can see you? Do you have your light on? Right? Did you put the open sign out yet? Then we've got the beautiful Stellar Gateway Activation. I don't know if I showed that one on there well enough, so we'll do it this way. Okay. We don't do individual cards, unless, well, sometimes. I shouldn't say we don't do them. We do sometimes. That's not a never. The Stellar Gateway Activation. So being activated in your Stellar Gateway is powerful. This is infinite potential and manifestation portals. She's Capricorn. 1144, right? Angels. Like this is literally, when we're looking at 1144, so the 144, like that's Perfect. Hello, Melinda, my love. How are you? How are you? What else do we have? We have the halls of learnings. Spirit guides, this is your confirmation. This is your confirmation. I have to tell you this. It says confirmation on the bottom. So if you were looking for your sign that you're on the right path, you're on the right path. And this is a chapter closing. The halls of learning, this is about finishing up something that you're learning. You're okay. So I want you to focus on I want to focus on your, you know you're doing the right thing. You're okay. Ground into your body. Okay, ground into your body. Slow your breathing down. You know you're doing the right thing. You know that I'm surrounding you. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to send this beautiful protective orb around you. And it's going to protect you from the energies today. You are going to be in this beautiful little love peace bubble. Okay? Right? So, good, good. So these are your spirit guides. Another thing is connect with your spirit guides. They're there. They're wanting to help you, but they can't help you if you block them. When you say something like, I have, followed by something, and many of us have done this after we've broken up or like gone through a breakup in a relationship, we'll say the word, we'll say that followed with something along the lines of broken heart or broken hearted. Right? When you do that, you call that into you. You create that. So then when you're looking to find another person later on, you have to heal that. And your guides can't help you because you put it there. You said, this is what I have. They didn't give that to you. You didn't come in here to have that. For many of us, that's, you know, where we get stuck is because we're creating the blockages and then we're asking somebody else externally, can you come on and help me do this? Can you help me fix this? Can you get rid of this? But then we go out and we reaffirm those blockages. It's like, woe is me, and then you go and speak with somebody and they're like, you know, you do a lot of woe is me, you shouldn't do that because the woe is me is keeping you in woe is me status. And they're like, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't do woe is me. And then they go on, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, and they come back and keep getting their lessons. I mean, yeah, we're learning and growing at the same time, but you also have to be aware that at some point, sometimes people just, they're not going to be doing that, right? Yes. You are so protected and so guided through this moment and so safe, and I'm going to give you a weapon. Okay? But it's not a weapon, it's actually a tool. Okay? And I know you need this. This one's for you. This is for all of us, but the sword of light. We received this sword of light the other day as well. So I apologize that I have to cross over like that with the cards, but you know, you got to make do with what you got to do. Okay, so your sword of light. The sword of light is about divine protection. So as I'm telling you divine protection, I'm pulling out that card. This is cords cut and breakthrough energy. So take Archangel Michael's sword, see it in a sheath on your back as you go into court today. Okay, so you're taking the tool with you. It's a tool, not a weapon, it's a tool. Okay, and when you're there at any point in time, you can bring the sword down and draw it in a circle around you on the ground and create that protective space, clearing any cords, any energy that's coming to you. Okay? Look at this. Were you able to read the bottom? Yeah. Chamber of the Violet Flame. Karmic release. Radical transformation. And what did I tell you on the phone yesterday, Melinda? Even though these cards aren't for Melinda, these are still the collective, right? But on the phone, when I was talking to Melinda the other day, I've been speaking about the violet flame. Dee spoke about the violet flame. Like, this is, see how synchronistic we are, or how connected we are. Dee's in the UK talking about the violet flame when I'm bringing out the chamber of the violet flame, right? So you guys like are so powerful. But this karmic release, and I was telling Melinda the last night when I was talking to her, it was last night, when I was night before Saturday, then when I was talking to you about how, because you've made this decision, which was a decision that you needed to make, you are now you're so protective, but now things are going to just start to fall into line. It's going to start to fall in perfect harmony, because you chose you listened and chose you, and that the universe is so proud of you for choosing you, right? When we choose love, the universe is so proud of us. When we choose, you know, compassion, when we choose to, you know, the better of the collective, when we choose, she's so powerful, Richard, you need to come into our group so you two can connect, because there would be like powerful, like I can feel the sparks, feel them. Then we've got the Arcturian light codes. So when I speak light language, oftentimes I speak Arcturian light codes. This is talking about evolutionary downloads, right? And it's also talking about recalling your power and future thinking. Right? We need to be thinking about the life that we want to live and seeing it in that space, rather than looking at the life that we have that we don't desire and wondering how that's going to look in 20 years, right? We usually sit from that space of, like, what's this going to look like in 20 years, rather than how would I envision what I want to see in 20 years? And I'll pour all my energy, which is my currency, into that. I'll put all my attention, and that's what they're trying to get from you, is your attention, right? So that you buy things, so that you stay small and sick and all on and on, right? Mallow hugs. Big old squishy mallow hugs. So I think I'm going to look at reading a couple of these connection messages. I might pull one more card before we do everybody else. Like, I'll, you know, whatever. We're not going to, I might get 3 readings in. All right. So karmic of the violet flame. Visualize a fiery violet light streaming down from the heavens, washing over your entire life. Your entire life. Set the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. So let's transmute fear with this, okay? So close your eyes, see this violet flame burning out, like just burning through your life, burning all over, like all over you, all over your, you know, we'll just send it around the world. We'll just let it, like, just clear. Okay? That feels so good. That feels so good. Hi, Edie. And people don't believe things. They're just silly when they don't. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. All right. When you receive this card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides. They are encouraging you to see you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know the hand of the divine is leading the way. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all of the energies that are no longer serving you. The violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Right? I keep telling you guys, call in love, be love, send out love. That's the best way that we can do this, right? Call in the strongest form of love you know, and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You are an alchemist, a transformation alchemist. There's a reason why I must have picked this card, right? You are an alchemist with the capacity to take all the leaden aspects of your life and turn them into golden opportunities. Simon just said my golden dragon was perched in my hair. Like he's like hanging out with me right now. And he is. You can align your life with the divine plan now and live in a more purposeful way. Right? Like love is the way. It absolutely is the way. Okay, let's see what our Arcturian codes are saying for our message as well. Maybe we'll look at the collective message of all of these. This mean we'll see what we've got. We'll see. I'll try to right at noon, so I'll have a half hour of card giving, half hour of receiving cards. Okay, so let's go to the Arcturian light codes and see what their connect or their messages, and to connect as well. Arcturian light codes. I keep looking up there for TikTok, but it's right here, the two of them. It just throws me. All right. To connect, imagine yourself enveloped in a golden, orange, and blue light. Okay, so let's do that. Let's vision that orange and blue light. I'll send it out to you as well. So I'll send you guys this orb of orange and blue light. Perfect. Then say, great blue beings of the Arcturian race, thank you for downloading into my frequency forward thinking energies that will support my evolution. And what came to mind right then was get ready to think like an Aquarius. Get ready to embody the Aquarius forward-thinking mind, right? Which is just beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we'll see what I don't end up speaking. There's some language that's going to come out. Can you evolve into a greater state of being now? This begins with how you approach even the most mundane tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. I like this, and the reason why I'm going to tell you. Okay, so instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power. Realize that you are part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself to a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you've been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickerings of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. Okay, I'm gonna check in. Okay. Dushkore sanashapoti hikanai kushuti. Daishkore samono koshore. Naishayu pushare kai sayana shore saye. Dashkai samonai si shutu shu. Naishainai pushore si. Kana koshai sai kotoi si. Nashkore samono shu. Daishore sana kai shai supushu. Haisha. Shkotoi si. Nai koshore si pushonai sai kushu. Asai koto sore sanai kushu. Hey. I had to clear that. Hi guys. Hello, my love. Oh, hi, Natasha. I love you. I wish you such a beautiful day, my love. So much to you guys. Oh, I love you, sweetie. I love you. Mwah. Sorry for what? You don't have to be sorry. There's no reason for you to be sorry, Doris. I don't know why you would apologize. What'd you do? I don't know what you were sorry for. Okay, I don't know. You can let me know, but I don't know what sorry ma is all about, but I don't think you have anything to be apologizing for. Are they? I love you too. Okay, so to connect, all right, we're going to do the stellar gateway activation, okay? So here's your card to look at. Okay, I'll give you guys this one nice and close. Then we'll pull it back so both can see it. Okay, to connect, breathe deeply. Imagine that your breath is taking you up and out to connect with the infinite potential held within the stars. Okay, so we're going to take nice deep breath and we're going to breathe in until we rise up into the stars. Okay. Connect to your infinite potential. Affirm, I connect with heaven and earth to create heaven on earth. I connect with heaven and earth to create heaven on earth. Ready for your message? You are a master of manifestation. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realize that you have great potential and power within you, and through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway, and if they are aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way. It is important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. For if you can bring your wishes in this life together with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with the highest heavens. So you have the ability to very easily manifest. Like, you're manifesting all the time. It's just that more often and more of our time we have spent manifesting through thoughts and actions and non-actions and words and feelings. We've been manifesting fear and lack and all of those things. Hi, Rob. We've been manifesting the very thing that we don't want to manifest. So can you set, we talked about in the earlier cards with intentionality, right? That intentionality is here. So how can you get your eye back on the prize, right? How can you move from the overwhelm of all the stuff that's out there, and come back to you, the source of plenty, right? And how can you take and be the watcher and balance in that space in between, where you're not part of the world but separate from the world, right? We have to continue to coexist within this space right now, and same thing with the spiritual narcolepsy. It's time to let your wings out. It's time to go. It's time to fly. It's time. It's time. Okay. All right. So good messages today for the collective. Let's get some cards going. I got a couple of spots today for some readings. Okay, so if you're looking for a reading, there's no set price. I'm not somebody that thinks that you shouldn't pay for things in life. I do believe that if you like what you're receiving from somebody, that you should support them and purchase things. I've heard some people, like I know there's some readers on here who make, like on TikTok or whatever, that make a lot of money just off of their TikTok. And they tell people you should never pay for a reading. I disagree. I think that you should support people with whatever they have as a way of helping. Right? If when we say don't pay somebody for a tarot reading, that you can, because you can scroll on here and you can get messages all over the place. You can get general readings. You can connect with readers on this page here. How many of you show up day after day and get readings from me? Full readings, I might add. Full readings, or medium-sized readings at the very least, right? So when you think about that, just consider making sure that you're contributing to the people that you want to keep around, that you want to keep seeing. That's what I'm getting at, right? If you like the people, then support them, and it's for everybody, right? I need to do the same thing, and there's many ways of supporting. 555 on the time. It's 85 minutes and 55 seconds, so you're 555 right there with spiritual love. So we're gonna do some mini readings, okay? No, it's not. Do you even understand what witchcraft is? Do you know about it? Or what gives you that? Actually, I would love to have a conversation. No, he didn't. The Bible, and man wrote the Bible. So let's be clear. The Bible, and in the version of the Bible that we're reading now, which the version of the Bible is King James Version of the Bible, right? This is all through the Bible, cards, all of it. The book of Enoch, which was taken out of the Bible, and many other of the verses or the chapters that have been removed from the Bible because they don't want us to know about it, those have been there. Well, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. So I'm going to tell you something. My God is a God of unconditional love. He's the source of all creation, and he's a spirit. And my God does not judge. My God would not tell you to go onto someone's feed and, say stuff negatively towards them. My God wouldn't do that. So if that's the God that you want to have, then you go ahead and have that God and you live by his rules. But the God in the Bible would be to go on your merry little way. I don't need cleaning, thank you. I'm very clean. I smudged this morning, thank you. I used this beautiful smudge stick, this one here, and I took this lighter and I put it on here. Because see, what I'm doing here is spreading a message of love and peace and non-duality and non-division. So I don't care what your Bible says. I don't care what your book says. I don't care what your religion says. What I care about is love, peace, and unity. That's what I care about. And I feel if I was a God that created everything and everyone, what I would want the most is love, peace, and unity. That's what I would want. So, I'm going to cleanse this space from negativity. Okay? Exactly. Just allow people to do their thing, right? Right? Carol, we'll do 3 calls for the mystical Christian, 3 calls for the mystical Christian, 3 calls for the mystical Christian. Is it like Beetlejuice? If we say Carol, 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 will Carol come? Right? Can we call, who's the other ones? We could call like John Bishop or whatever. I think he's like one that's like a spiritual, it's a spiritual leader like that, right? Can we call them in? We'll call in the people that can talk about the Bible with more depth than me. Hi, Zandrian. Right? Okay, let's get some cards going. We just talked about how cards are witchcraft. Well, hello, my lovelies. Hi. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. Yeah. You guys are the ones, the Book of Enoch, right? Oh, it's all out there, but that's you don't when you're reading the stuff, right? When you're reading and when you're awakening, right? When you're awakening, we don't allow other people to pull us back down in, right? So man created a Bible, like man wrote the Bible, right? It's a book, it's written. So, and no, I won't. Thank you very much. I have something here for you. This was created by a friend to ward off evil spirits. And I'm sorry, but what you're doing is evil. You are being evil because you are sending negative stuff to me. I'm going to say this to all of my mods. I don't want to have to ask. If you see this stuff, you do not have to ask me about muting them. Okay? When they start saying negative stuff like that, like, I'm sorry, but somebody's saying to me that you will hit bottom or Satan on you or crap like that towards me, that is to me them sending evil crap at me. And I don't receive that here. I'm so protected, like, geez, woman. That's just sad. Blessings. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Right? All right. We're going to do something. Like, that's just sad to say that stuff to people, right? To, like, just, under the name of the Bible, right? Under the name of God. Like, I'm going to cast evil on you. Like, honestly. Mm-hmm. Hi, Daniel. I just want to move some energy. Wouldn't she be having a fit right now with me talking in tongues? Right? That's what she would go to anyway. I should have done that. Okay, so we've got time for a couple of cards. I'm not sure how many cards we're going to have time for, but yeah, we got nothing on us. Ain't got nothing on us. Call on Archangel Michael to cleanse my space and to protect me, right? Thank you. Yeah, she can affect me. Okay, so who wants cards? Let's get a couple of names up for cards. Let's be really, we'll see how many cards I give you for each of them, but we'll get a couple of cards up. Not likely. Hi, Thomas. All right, Daniel, okay? What does Daniel need to hear today? Can I get a good message for Daniel, Spirit? Okay, Daniel. The Chariot coming out. Now, the Chariot, I love you too. The Chariot is a yes, we'll get some ahms going. So the Chariot usually speaks of speed and victory, but there can be a delay. It could be that you're putting some energy in one direction too much, like you're too focused on one area, and that might be what's coming up with that. The Chariot is the amalgamation or the channeling of opposing energies, harnessing those energies and bringing them towards the finish line. So it would be like taking your needs and your wants and bringing them into alignment, and then it's across the finish line with haste and victory. But in this situation here, it's just there's a delay that it's speaking of, or an imbalance in those energies, like a focus on too much. I feel like the focus is on the negative. The focus is on the lack or the scarcity in some way, and that's what's creating the delay. The universe wants to give you what you want. We just have to get out of our way. And for many of us, we don't And I couldn't, like, honestly, that's crazy at the same time. So we've got the King of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Cups. So this is getting out of your own way. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is I've been working really, really hard at this, but I'm not seeing it yet. Where is it? Right, I put in all this work. Slow and steady wins the race, but I'm getting impatient. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why isn't it here yet? And this is the card that's like, everything is coming. Everything is here. It's coming. This is your Nine of Cups, wishes granted. Like, everything's coming to you. But you have to get out of your own way. Now, I decided to look because both of those cards were covering another card. So this is the Star card, which was behind the Knight of Pentacles, which is interesting that it was in the shadow as well. So you're losing hope is what this one is, right? This is the wish upon a star, energy manifested, right? So you're losing hope. This is telling us that it's a cycle of completion. You're just going through. So this is just a cycle that you're going through, but you are headed here, right? You are coming here. There may be something that you need to close. There may be something that you need to let go of. That might be something, a reason that's being prevented as well. But definitely that if you're focused on the lack, you're going to see more lack. So how can you focus on the desires or the life that you want to see for yourself? How can you focus on the life? So these two came out for you. Sky Dancers and Willow of the Wisps. So the Sky Dancers is to tell you that there's treasures hidden in the shadow. So when that could mean that maybe you have skills or talents that you aren't aware of that you could use, like for a side hustle or to start your own business. There's something that's you're not aware of that's there. Or maybe it's something like, you know, I've got all these things that I've been hanging on to that maybe I could sell and make some money off of, and by freeing up the energy that's attached to these things, I'll be able to easily get that, I'll free up the space so that I can receive the things that are meant to be here instead. The Sky Dancers is asking you to surrender. Okay, so this, and surrendering, oh my God, Daniel, I understand. I've been trying to surrender for a long time. I just got to the point now where I've been surrendering, where I've started to say, right where I am is right where I'm meant to be. And I thank God for everything that I have right now. And if there's something that I'm experiencing right now that isn't where I think it should be, so let's say I'm not making as much money, I surrender and trust that God will find a way to provide that to me. The universe, this, you know, like it will find its way. It will, you know, I will be okay. So I'm, you know, so getting yourself to that space of knowing. All right, I'm going to give you one of the gateway cards as kind of like an activation. So let's see if we can get a good activation. What does Daniel need to move forward? Well, I'm going to give you two cards that I'm just going to give you the little meaning behind them. And the third card, I'm going to do I'll actually read the activation and stuff. Okay. So I'm activating D like crazy. So these are the two cards that I'm going to read for you. I'm not going to read for you like in the full length of the card. So we've got angelic frequencies and we've got the Akashic records. So the Akashic records are saying that you are clearing old stories, you're releasing past lives, and are moving forward to freedom. So that's that wheel, that cycle of completion. The other part is that angels are here. You are safe and very, very connected, as well as like connected and protected is what I'm getting from that card. So the activation that I'm going to give you is from the Emerald Tablet. Okay, so the Emerald Tablet activation. So I'll let you look at that for a minute. Oh, Nope, wrong book. Wrong book. All right, Emerald. Emerald tablet activation. Okay, so to connect, recite the Emerald tablet's most famous words. Okay, my witchy friends know this. As above, so below. Working the miracles of one. All things come from one. I know that. 444 coming in the door. That's your angels, right? That's the angel number that your guides and spirits are with you, right? As within, so without. So as above, so below, working the miracles of one, all things come from one. When the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you're being called to remember the gifts you were carrying from previous lifetimes. Aw, Daniel, look at that. So Dan, like right as I'm reading this, like doing this activation, Noza comes in and she's got 444 after her name. So I make the comment about that. Daniel has 444 tattooed on his wrist, and I'm gonna activate you with this beautiful Emerald Tablet activation. So cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. Okay. When the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you are being called to remember the gifts you're carrying from previous lifetimes. And I told you about that. It went the card that I pulled with the secrets, right? With did I shuffle the cards afterwards? I did too. Dang it. His Sky Dancer or whatever. This. Oops. No, not the Sky Dancer. Will o' the Wisps. Treasures hidden in the shadow. I said that to you. About your remembering gifts. You have gifts that you need, like previous gifts, maybe past lifetimes. There's gifts that you had the ability to do. So it's like literally. Oh, beautiful. Hi, Danielle. I can't see your picture. I literally, it's so small. Usually what I do. So Danielle, I'll just say it exactly like Danielle. That makes it easier. But I like it. It's a cool, unique spelling of it. I love it. All right. So even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. This is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interests. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to source will contribute to your evolution on Earth. How beautiful is that? Right? So, do you want to do a little remember? Do you want a little help with remembering? Yes. Ah. Hi, Alexandra. Dushkoresi naish potoresi, ais kororesi naish ko shuresi manaikisi, araiko shoresi anai supushuresi, ain kusunaisi pushuresi saponai ikisu toresi pushu, aisi ashanai kokushunaisi, ai ushuturesi pushuresi, anaska shoresi, aishai shushu, anoshkoresi. Okay. All right, next. I got time for one more. One more reading. But if you want a reading, you can go to my website and you can purchase one. Or if you want to hang out with me more, you can come and hang out with us in the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective, which we will be in the next, about 6-7 minutes or so. Still cooking for kids, hey? Thomas, Thomas, Thomas. Thomas, Thomas. All right, what does Thomas need to hear, Spirit? Aw, I love you, Carol. Thomas. So we've got the gathering around card, so the power of community. So community is going to be coming in strong, and maybe it's even a message for you to begin creating your own community. Or I feel like you maybe even have been thinking about that for a while, right? Creating a community around yourself. Let's see what else is coming up, Spirit. Can I get more for Thomas, please? So we've got straddling worlds, so wandering between realms. I feel like you are, traveling in your sleep for sure. Maybe doing some astral traveling or lucid dreaming, or, fighting some spiritual wars even. We've got the Fool's Embrace as well, which is about transmuting pain. Many of us, without even realizing it, activate people or heal people just being in our presence. And we are transmuting, like we're literally transmuting pain around us without even realizing it. So make sure that you're I don't know if that resonates with you right there, but make sure that you're doing some like energy clearing. You call your power back to you, and are cleansing yourself. We've got the Skybridge card coming, which is talking about which is interesting. These two cards coming out together is the interesting part. So we got 55 and we've got number 47. So this one here is the farther gate, and this is the sky bridge, right? But there's the pillars and the walkway on both of them. Okay, see you in Zoom, sweetie. Right, so the pillars, there's even a gateway here that's going through. So these pillars, and it's this awakening or this enlightenment, like there's this huge enlightenment that's coming in. And I feel that your divine partner is coming in. If you haven't already met them, I do feel like that's coming in, and you are like making big moves going forward. Like it's big moves that you're making. Let's see what we can get with some of these, like you're making big steps. And it might even be that union that you have is going to open you up and move you forward, just having that union, right? So it could be a partnership. It doesn't have to be your divine partner, but I'm feeling like, okay, so the Central Sun is the card that came out with the Cass in the room. The Central Sun, so this is abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. So the Central Sun, if you think about your Central Sun within your body, that's where the divine masculine energy is. That's also where our drive and our desires are. We also have the Lemurian seed codes. I don't know if you've ever interacted with Lemurian seed codes, but there are quartz crystals that are that have Lemurian seed codes in them. You can actually, they're really cool. They're very unique. They're very, very unique. All right, and that one. And then star gathering. See, once again, the soul, the community, like creating that community. Stars aligned, remembering home, connecting with your soul family. Abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. And then the Lemurian seed codes is embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So embrace who you are. I feel like the Lemurian seed codes are really bringing in the confirmation. I think that your feminine energy is going to be awakening more. Which is a powerful thing, because you want your feminine and your masculine energies both awaken in alignment, because in order to have prosperity and abundance, and especially in a legacy level, you need both of those energies to be really in a good spot. So I'm going to do the Central Sun one as the card that I'm going to read for you. So the Central Sun. To connect Visualize yourself diving deep within yourself until you find yourself arriving at the sun in the center of the galaxy of your being. Okay, so just keep going internal until you see yourself arriving at the central sun of you. Like, where is your central sun located? And you're just going to invite that central sun to encode your frequency with regeneration energy. Okay? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So the great central sun is shining brightly in your life and upon your world. This is the time to regenerate. Tiredness and old energy are being washed away. Old skins have been peeled off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. This is an exciting time. Central sun energy is magnetic and all-powerful, opening you up to light and supporting you as you express your own light in this lifetime. New ideas, opportunities, and experiences come easily to you at this time. Like the sun kissing the perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. Realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to welcome energetic exchanges. When you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. And when you invest energy in yourself, you also invest energy in others. Okay, so that's your message for today. Look at that. We finished that reading right at 12:30. Haha. Excellent. So it's early in the week. Tomorrow will be always our lovely Tuesday, which is Tarot Tuesday. So on Tarot Tuesday, what I might do is do shorter readings, so more people get readings, and then we'll go back to Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Like the other days, we'll do other things. But if you do want a reading from me, please support me. This is my job. I do not solicit you in messages or anything like that. If you want to come and do that, I have a website. It's linked in my profile. Just go to it and come and hang out with us in the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective, or sign up with me for healing or any of the readings that I do. And if you're also looking for journals or books, especially children, I have 3 children. Well, the 3rd children's book is going to be released on the 11th of November. So go and check those out. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. 111 on the timer here. Now 112. 111 on the timer at 12:32. Sorry, I thought it said 12:12. I was losing. My clock keeps freezing on my computer, which is kind of cool. But come back and hang out with me, and come back and hang out with me tomorrow, or come and check out the stuff that I have to offer on my website if you want something more personalized as well. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective right now. I love you guys. Mwah. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I'll see you tomorrow about the same time, around 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, guys? Love you. Love you. Boop, boop. Oh yeah, this one I don't know how to end it. There it is. Bye, guys. Love you. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.